When thieves lock his family inside a burning building, a security expert must climb 225 stories to save them. This is the movie Skyscraper from 2018. Beware, spoilers ahead. Zhao Longji, a rich Chinese financier and businessman, paid for the building of the Pearl in Hong Kong, which is the tallest building in the world. Even though the building is physically done, there have been problems with it all along, and the upper half of the building where people live is not yet open to the public. Will Sawyer is a former head of the FBI hostage rescue team and a former U.S. Marine. He is now in charge of figuring out how safe skyscrapers are. He lost one of his legs below the knee when he blew himself up on his last mission. He has a modern artificial leg that lets him move around freely. Sawyer is told to check out the Pearl, so he moves in with his wife Sarah and their twin children, Georgia and Henry. Sawyer tells Zhao, a Johnny Okk, Sawyer's friend and fellow ex-FBI agent Ben Gillespie, and Mr. Pierce, who works for an insurance company, that the fire and security systems in the building are safe. But he still needs to check the security center for direct control of the system. Zhao then gives Sawyer a tablet computer that gives him full managerial access to the Pearl's computer systems, which can only be used by recognizing the person's face. As they walk to the off-site security center, a thief working for Coors Boda, an international terrorist with ties to many major crime groups, tries to steal the tablet from Sawyer but fails. So, Ben admits that he is also working with Boda to hurt Sawyer because he is jealous. He then attacks Sawyer to steal the tablet for himself. Ben tells Sawyer that Boda's men would kill him for the tablet before he dies because he was killed in the fight. As Sawyer walks away, Xia, who works for Boda, takes the tablet from him. She then breaks into the security center and kills everyone who works there. When Boda and his mercenaries start a fire on the 96th floor of the building, it sets off the sophisticated computer-controlled firefighting system that is placed throughout the building. Then, a hacker at the security center hacks the tablet, turning off facial recognition and giving him access to the Pearl's security systems. This prevents Zhao and his team from having administrative access to the Pearl and disconnects all fire extinguishing systems above the 95th floor, making an impenetrable fire barrier and stopping any rescue attempts from below to help any survivors on the top floors. The hacker is then shot by Xia. Inspector Wu leads a group of police officers on a mission to find Sawyer because they think he has something to do with what happened at the building. As he goes to the Pearl, they try to catch him. Sawyer runs away from the cops because he knows his family is stuck on the floors right above the fire. To get away from Wu's team, he goes to a construction site next to the Pearl, climbs a crane, and jumps from the crane onto the building. Zhao and Dajani send 2 security guards to save Sarah, Georgia, and Henry from the fire, but the guards die in an explosion that also destroys the nearby elevator, causing Sarah, Georgia, and Henry to walk through the flames to an upper lobby. Zhao and Dajani now think that Sawyer's family is dead, so at Pierce's advice, they decide to use a helicopter to get the rest of the crew off the island. But Pierce tells Zhao that everything was a trick and that he works for Boda. Ajani and the other workers are killed by Boda's men, but Zhao escapes and locks himself in his high apartment. Pierce is told to keep an eye on Sawyer's family. When Pierce comes after them, Sawyer shows up just in time to kill him. Georgia is separated from her family by the chaos of the growing fire, but Sawyer is able to get Sarah and Henry to a lift that only works partly. Sarah and Henry plan to use the lift to freefall to the ground and then stop using the emergency brakes. Sarah helps the cops figure out that Boda is the leader of the gang when she gets to the ground floor. Then, Sarah tells the police that she saw the terrorists having parachutes, which shows how they plan to get out of the building and where they might fall from the sky. By the time Sawyer finds Georgia, Boda has already taken her away. Boda uses Georgia to get away from Sawyer and cause Sawyer to go after Zhao. Sawyer is then told to get to a wiring box on the outside of the building and turn off the doors to Zhao's penthouse. Sawyer tells Zhao about his situation when they get to the top. Zhao then tells Sawyer why Boda attacked. Halfway through building the skyscraper, Boda's rival gangsters used their power over the construction crews to get millions of dollars in shakedown payments in exchange for stopping a huge strike of construction workers, which could have stopped the building's progress. Zhao agreed to make the shakedown payments, but only after Boda's plan to legitimize the money he had extorted was carefully tracked and written down. Zhao thinks that the knowledge about Boda's money laundering that they put on a memory stick will protect them if Boda tries to get money from them again. Boda finds out about the thumb drive and makes it his top goal to get it back so he can destroy any evidence it might hold. His bosses will kill him if he doesn't. Sawyer and Zhao have a plan to save Georgia, while Sarah goes to Boda's drop zone with Wu and a few other police officers to fight Xia and his men with Wu and a few other officers. Most of Boda's men die, and Sarah puts Xia out of commission. Sawyer pretends to give Zhao to Boda, but Zhao distracts him, so Sawyer can save Georgia. Zhao, Sawyer, and Georgia make it to the top of the Pearl, where the rest of Boda's men meet them. Zhao and Sawyer kill Boda's men, but Boda hurts Zhao and holds Georgia as a hostage. After Sawyer charges him and pushes him off a ledge, Boda is killed by his own grenade. Sawyer then saves Georgia. Sarah finds the tablet that Xia dropped after stealing it. She finds out that restarting the whole computer system stops the fire control system from shutting down. The fire is quickly put out, and Sawyer, Georgia, and Zhao are saved by a police chopper. Sawyer finds out from Zhao that he wants to rebuild the Pearl. Sawyer and Georgia find Sarah and Henry again, and then the whole family leaves. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Click like and turn on notifications to help out the channel.